Hi, welcome into my channel. This channel is about astronomy. I'm saying like a T science like this. I always have a T here, and it's about, so it's against Brian Cox. I don't have anything against these guys, but they are presenting false science. They teach one to another. They say the same thing, but they do not have any science to back up. About black holes do not exist. That handicapped guy tricked you to make a money for a bread, tricked you. Okay, so I put for you to listen to them. Many of them, they do not say anything, nothing. They trust one another that they have equations, and they say children's stories, what will happen at a black hole, things like this. Black holes do not exist. You will see my section at the end of the video. I filmed what they are saying, that they are black holes. So I put for you to see, to hear from a Science Time. Again, I take this from Science Time YouTube channel. Okay, I don't have anything against these guys, but I started some lists against wrong science from the YouTube. This is.
So I talk about cosmology, what we call the large-scale structure of the universe, so the galaxies and how they formed, how the universe has evolved since the Big Bang, but also black holes. And black holes, I mean, they're really evocative things. I think everyone's heard of these strange things, these totally collapsed stars, from which nothing apparently can escape. But in the past few years, past few decades really, beginning work that Stephen Hawking really began back in the 1970s and many others, we've begun to suspect there's a lot more to them. And they've started forcing us to reassess our understanding of what space and time are. And that's a really weird sentence. You might think, well, space is the arena in which we live and time just ticks, but it really isn't. It looks like, from studying these things, there are building blocks of space and building blocks of time. And so black holes, they're kind of a metaphor in a way, that by studying them, we're beginning to get a deep picture of what our reality actually is. That's a remarkable idea, but it's a beautiful idea that runs through all of science. But it's just a region of space from which even light can't escape. So Stephen Hawking, back in the 70s, calculated that black holes, they glow in the sky, like coals in the sky, and they radiate. And so over time, they lose energy and mass and ultimately disappear over huge timescales. And that's so important. This was the key in trying to understand what happens to the stuff that fell in. When you thought these things existed forever, then you think, well, it's okay, it gets locked up inside, it can never get out, we don't care. But
so this is against the black holes, okay? He says black holes, but black holes could not be produced. You cannot produce a black hole through normal physics. This rock do not produce gravity. So I explained to you gravity, because it was wrongly understood by everybody, even by Einstein, I believe. Gravity is a force. Newton made only one equation, force equal mass times acceleration. So I explained to you, if you know a little bit physics, you'll understand that you are totally wrong, okay? If you have some distances. Mass 1 does not attract mass 2. So mass does not produce the force. How could I explain to you? Like with cars. This is the only equation. F equal mass times acceleration. And you put it, instead of acceleration, g, small g, specific acceleration of a system, and F. And you consider two forces, two masses, two acceleration, like two cars hitting each other. With two forces, two masses, two acceleration, or speeds, different speeds, if you don't know what acceleration is. So this is not attraction between two cars when they are hitting each other. And you do not understand, because there is a circular and rectilinear case of the force. And Newton so mass does not produce force or gravity. And it is not producing force even, mass. This mass does not produce any force, no gravity, nothing. I produce a force. There is a relation, this is what you do not understand, between mass an acceleration between or speed if you want, between speed and mass and force. And force if you name in gravity, because gravity it means to rotate from all times. It is a circular case of rotating force like this. You see? And it is from the Newton book. He says with a crane, from Newton book, with a crane. I pull this with a crane, my hand being the crane. You see, it is not produced by mass's gravity. My hand produced the lift, the force of the lift. And Newton says, I have only one equation, F equal mass times acceleration. But this is a particular case of my force. Gravitational force means a rotating force. It is force equal mass times acceleration. You have two bodies, two forces, like two cars are hitting one towards another with different speeds. And now you understand the second much important law of Newton. Any force has the opposite equals a reaction. So I hit this through this wire. I hit this. I hit it. The mass. I hit it with a force. And the mass has a equal opposite force hits my hand. So in this wire there, in each point's forces in this direction, that direction, opposite in each point. So now if you want to make this, you make a vector. So the vector describes a circle, and it is a quantity of hitting force in a circle. This is physics, my friend. And you cannot deny this. This is physics. So now that handicapped guy did not knew this and it tricked you. You believe that this mass will collapse, will make a black hole, because if you do not rotate it, it will not produce a force. The cars do not have an engine to produce a force of impact. So the sun, it is not the earth, like if you understand why is moving around the sun. Why? A rock, if you suspend this rock, will not go like to move, like two magnets, even though they have a strength of magnetic field. The magnets do not produce by themselves a movement. You understand? Or the car must have an engine. The crane, there were crane, even Newton time. So here this example with the crane. So motor produce the movement, okay? Not, you understand, not, so a motor, something. So not the mass produces the force or the gravity. Something produces a movement. And Newton says it is a relation between masses of heating, and you calculate it as a rectilinear, the case of the force, and it has three axial coordinates, three different powers. Like on x, if you throw this, like on x power, this power, different three. And between two masses, two acceleration, a circular case. You understand? So that guy tricked you to take some money. And that handicapped guy, if it was handicapped, the black holes do not exist, okay? So now, how do you collapse a big rock? A big rock, 10 times the sun. How you collapse it? It will stay like this. It will break if you break with a force atomical boundings if you know what material it is made from. So now if you spin it, you have some centrifugal forces at work, and you can treat gravity. Only if you have some circulation. And what circulation can you produce to not break any material before you reach the speed of light? Because any material will have a breaking point. So that handicapped guy tricked you. You do not understand. This is the way I'm making my videos. I'm not filming myself straight, and I'm not looking always in the camera. I'm saying like a T-science. So black holes do not exist. If you take one from another and you say wrong things to this planet, you lie this planet. This is a green tea against the black holes. Goodbye. I'm filming the laptop of my monitor. Let me present to you two sites very fast. I don't have time. ESO.org. This is Chinese did this. The Chinese. And it was the first black hole. And this is other evidence for the black holes for them. So I enter here at the black hole section. This is the evidence for the black hole. A black hole with jet does not exist, even not theoretical. Artist concepts, you see artist concepts. You enter here, you will see. I don't have time. Only artist concepts are artist concepts. This is their evidence. And they don't have any other photos or artist renderings. You see simulations. You see their evidence, and this, the Chinese did this. This is their evidence. Look, artist impressions, and another. You enter here, you will see this, okay? That's the only picture Chinese pretended that a hole with some light, the black hole. And another site like this, ESA is European Space Agency.org. So I present it to you too, okay? So they say this, a galaxy is a black hole. This is the section quasars and black holes, okay? So this is a galaxy. Artist impressions, look, artist impressions, real pictures with a galaxy, and these sets of stars put in clouds. Look, you see, supermassive black at the heart, but without any other evidence, just that picture with a jet, black hole with a jet, 2 stars, black hole, and this, you see, that are stars put in clouds, and these, they are their evidence, okay? The galaxies made by them, a hole made by artist concepts. You see, you look at this and you will see, look, artist concepts everywhere. Look, everywhere. This is their evidence, artist impression, and you do not find any other site better than this, okay? So that handicap guy tricked you. Black holes, a galaxy do not exist. They tricked you to took their PhDs to make a bread. He tricked you, dudes. Look, artist impressions, he tricked you.